if you'd go against the gravity on a dune, this is bound to happen. It was a lovely morning drive, and I used to have a Lexus LX 470 2000 model back in the time. That day was usual. It was a very nice morning drive, very relaxed, under control. Around near the exit, we were coming down off mid-sized dunes, and suddenly while just going down from top of a dune on the left of my side, I rolled over. The reason why I tipped over and why I rolled over was that my car was having a heat up issue. So the first mistake which I made is that I shouldn't have taken a car inside with even a slight problem, and I had known about this issue. So during the midpoint of the drive, I switched from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. When the car was driving fine, I didn't have the heat up issues, and I continued driving. That was the reason. As soon as I was coming down, the front two tires, as they are not moving, the car didn't go. It was a ditch, and suddenly, immediately within a moment, flip over. Free Spirits was very helpful. You'll see the pictures, how they helped immediately. First of all, they rescued me and my cousin out of the car so that I shouldn't panic and I shouldn't react, and in case of anything, first of all, my safety and the passenger's safety. It was an unfortunate event, but yet learning and an experience, and the Free Spirits guys made me look like it was nothing.
Off-roading is an extreme sport. One of the main accidents that you actually see is rollovers happen. Now yes, rollovers in the desert can be fatal as well, so you need to be very careful. A lot of people come with brand new cars or new cars that they've bought, and they start, modifying their cars, increasing the height of the car. Once you do increase the height of your car, it is recommended that you also put spacers so that along with the height, the width of the car also simultaneously increases. Otherwise, if you just keep on increasing the height, what will happen is that the center of balance, the center of gravity of the car will shift, and there is possibility of rollovers happening more.
So let's find out together what the center of gravity actually means and why it's so important to understand if you have to avoid a rollover situation. Let me put up an illustration, and there you can see that we have two types of car. You have the typical saloon car and you have a slightly higher smart car. There you can see that the saloon car has a much lower center of gravity, which is the circle in the middle of the front bonnet. And the higher, taller car, which is the smart car, the center of gravity moves up. Both of them are pointed downwards, but as you can see, as soon as that arrow, the tip of the arrow, it crosses the left wheel of the smart car, that's where the tip over point is. As you can see on the orange saloon car, there is still room to go between the arrow and its tire before it starts to actually reach a level where it's actually going to tip over. So that concept basically explains that you need to make sure that the center of gravity of your car is at the lowest possible point, because the more taller your car is, the more weight there is on top of your car, the higher the center of gravity will be. So let's go and find a nice spot in the desert and sit and look at some illustration using model cars to see how you can really understand why rollovers happen and what you need to do to avoid them. first scenario that can happen using model cars, where you can actually have a rollover. So you're coming up a dune, going straight up the dune, and before you reach the top, you slow down and you can't make it. So you're stopped over here in the middle of the dune. Now what do? The right thing to do is to come down straight, down, all the way in the same direction that you came up. Okay? But what happens is that a lot of people, when they're stuck over here in the middle of the dune, they will start coming down and they will turn. So as soon as you turn your car like this, halfway in the dune, that's where you are faced with a lot of danger, and that's where the rollover happens like this. So that's the first scenario. Let's look at the second scenario now. The second scenario is where you're going up a dune, okay, and now you started to lose momentum and your car is starting to go down with the flow of the sand. At this stage, what do? At this stage, most people, what they do is they tend to try and go back up against the gravity. That's where your mistake will happen. So when you're going straight on the side of the dune and you start to lose momentum and start to go down, the first thing you need to do is to turn down and go back straight down. The mistake you can do, which can result in a rollover, is that you're coming straight and you start to lose momentum and you give more power and try to go up. That's where your car will take this motion, the center of gravity will kick in and you will start to roll and go down. The scenario is where you're driving on top of a dune with your friends. So this is the top of the dune, and your friends curve and go on that side of the dune, and while you're coming, your car falls into this side of the dune, but your friends have already gone on that side. Let me use the other car to show you. Once again, let's go again. So you're going in a convoy. Second scenario, you're going in a convoy, you're on top of a dune, okay, and your friends turn that way to go that side of the dune. While you're coming behind, you start to lose traction and you go down this way on this side of the dune. So normally people, they panic, they worry that the convoy has gone on the other side, so we need to catch up. So what they do is that they try to turn against the gravity to go and catch up with the convoy. This is the mistake. We hope you liked our video today. No lives were lost, no property was damaged. It was just a simulation to show you the importance of the rollover and the scenarios where they can occur. Do like and subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends who are into similar outdoor activity. We hope to see you next time on another video of Free Spirits. Thank you.